Hello everyone, and welcome to another custom showcase. And today I'll be doing the Little Old Twins. Okay, you can leave, you're not a custom. Anyways, let me review the old twins. So, Skarloey and Rheneas, the old narrow gauge twin engines, which by the year 2021 are 152, 153, I think. If you know, I'm sure you can tell me in the comments that I'm wrong, but fairly simple customs I have here. So we will start with Skarloey, because he has more interesting things about him. Well, one more interesting thing. So they're both repainted. I'll bring Rheneas back for a second. So I'm sure if you have a keen eye, you'll notice they have different colored lining. And I have a reason for that. Give me 1 second, and I will show you what I mean. So the narrow gauge engines in the book, they're all red with blue lining, and in the TV series, they're all different colors. Now, Skarloey has white, Rheneas has black, and Ivo Hugh here, if you can notice, I'll bring him closer, I don't know why I brought him so far, has purple. For me, every narrow gauge engine has a different lining. So handle blue lining, Peter Sam green, Rusty orange, Duncan yellow, so on and so forth. Luke light green. Anyways, that's beside the point. So with them, I decided to go with the TV series lining, because in the TV series they're both kind of red, although Rheneas is an orange. You get the gist of what I'm saying. So anyways, let's go to Skarloey. He has a bit more interesting things about him. So Skarloey, he wasn't too hard. With the back wheel, I like to make him wheel accurate, so I purposefully, if you see right here, I popped off the rear wheels, and then I sanded down a little piece right here, sanded down enough for a small take along, or push along, whatever you want to call it, wheel to fit inside. Then I used some hot glue, a little piece of hard paper from a scratch ticket laying around, or a Monopoly card. Don't ruin your Monopoly game just to do this. I'm sure you can find something. And then it was just the lining. So I wanted to do a very keen job. I wanted to get the number just right. The lining, I wouldn't want too big. The cab, I had to get right. The lettering, yeah, I had to measure out so I wouldn't get any letter too big or too small. And then it was just a coat of clear polish, or clear finish, however you would like to call it, if you're from somewhere else. With him, I painted the eyes because they were very worn. There wasn't any paint. I had to do the eyebrows. I gave him some little windows. And that's all I can really say. I based him, when it came to the lining and lettering, off the wooden railway model. Now, he'll leave because it's Rheneas' time. With Rheneas, I did a similar thing. Although he is an 040, so I didn't need to do the wheels. I gave him the windows, the accurate cab size, the lettering. I based this more off the Dulgoch. I'm not Welsh, I'm sorry. I'm Irish, so I don't really know how to say Welsh words. But yeah, I based the lining off Dulgoch because he's got the lining continue on around the corner. And then I made sure to give him his handrail, which is gold and not red. Same thing with Skarloey. I had to be very careful and give him the name just right. Small windows. I used an older Rheneas because it was really the only one I could find. Like, I couldn't find one with the plastic fall this shape. All I could find was the brand new ones, and I'm not a fan of the newer Rheneas models, so I had to get what I could find. And I do say he is probably one of my favorite narrow gauge engine customs. If you want to start with narrow gauge customs, I would start with Rheneas, because, you know, you can't really go wrong with him. He's a good old boy. And that's all I can really say about these two old twins. I didn't really do too much. What's that? Sorry, Skarloey. You can stay. But Rheneas, I think you need to leave. What is that? Oh, well, if it isn't my other Skarloey custom. The cabless Skarloey. I'm sorry, I wanted to see. I thought it'd be funny. I'm sorry. So this boy is a little different. I got an older, well, I don't know the exact age difference between these two. I believe this is the newer one, and this is the older one. So the domes are in different places. So I figured, hey, that will be nice. The rebuild's got different domes. So with this one, it's a bit more work. I removed the back wheel completely. Because if you don't know, Skarloey, when he was cabless, didn't have a rear set of wheels. And I'm sure you can notice the face. I had to use a Skarloey face on another one of my models. A previous model I showcased, TH. So I had to make a new model face, but I didn't have one. So I actually took this face and used hot glue in a ball cap as a mold, and then I made a face out of clay. Let that dry, then I pushed it out, and that was it. Now, he's simpler that I don't have to paint the cab, but I made sure to give him coal, unlike the other one. I kind of went lazy there. And he's got a little lining for where you stand, so forth, so on and so forth. And this is probably the only model I've ever done this with. I gave him a visible smoke box. You could say it's shut. I get little levers, dials, however you want to say it, the handle. So he does have a cab you can see, which I am quite a fan of. So, you see him going down the line. In fact, yeah, 1 second. He does look rather good, I will say, with the coaches. Now, he does hold up without any support on the back because the cab kind of weighed him down. But, the book said he was a rough rider, which I actually see a lot here. So, makes sense. And those are my little old twins. I do plan to do a Rheneas cabless, but I can't really find much of an older Rheneas. I had a hard time finding the first one. I haven't really looked for the second one yet, but I do plan to do one. And that's all I can really say. This is, I guess you could call them the little old triplets. But you know what? I think they're just good how they are. Because these two little guys are some of my favorite characters. Anyways, this has been TR2000. Thank you for watching.